What's going on, guys? Welcome to TLG Reacts, the show where we react to things. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And real quick, we got 3 things we're going to be watching today. We got Dynasty Warriors 9, new trailer that's going to show some features. We got What is Lost Ark by Arx Gaming, a game that I know a couple of you guys have asked me about. I know nothing about this, so we're going in blind. Do you know anything about Lost Ark?
Not a thing.
I do think it's a Diablo-type game, but even there, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it is. And there is something that might have been leaked a while back about Monster Hunter World that is confirmed. So we are going to talk about that when we get to it. So yeah, first video we're watching is features for Dynasty Warriors 9. Game I'm actually anticipating quite a bit. I know we're both big fans of that series. It's stupid fun, but yeah, a shitload of people to play as.
So we can't be the only ones if they're making 9 of these things, man.
Exactly. And this one's actually like a lot better looking. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. You actually said this is coming out next month.
Pretty sure it comes out February, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's crazy. There's so many games coming out at the end of this month, next month. I know God of War is all supposed to come out like in early 2018. That's what they said, but there's no specific date.
I don't know.
So I mean, well, I do, but that's supposed to come out sometime soonish. There's just so much shit. So anyway, enough babbling. Let's get into Dynasty Warriors 9 and go. Alcohol references. Guys, watch out. I don't know if you know what alcohol is or if you drink it. If you do, be very careful. Don't. Music makes me already pumped for Dynasty Warriors. It looks a lot better than prior iterations. And even like, not even just graphically, but like the amount of detail they added.
It's actually been a while since I made one, so I'm glad to see that that's actually showing.
So Lubu's finally making his move.
That's weird.
This is our best chance to slay the demon Lubu.
Still dead-eyed, dead-faced, but that's fine. It's Dynasty Warriors. Various missions are issued on the field. Completing key missions will progress the story. I think it's awesome. It's going to be open world, and if you're playing with friends, hopefully you can play with more than one person.
Yeah, hopefully.
It'd be really cool if you get 4 people in there, like online, and like be like generals in a battlefield.
It'd be really cool. It's usually 2, I believe.
Yeah. Usually Dynasty Warriors looks like shit though too. So I mean, they've done a lot of different things in this.
Right.
And it's normally not open world, so hopefully they do something cool with the multiplayer. But even if it has. That's cool, they're floods, but they did stuff like that in prior iterations.
Almost gives me a... oh no, what's the name of that game? They made it an open world like strategy style game where you took bases and stuff like that. And it seems like they took some of those ideas.
That just reminds me of Ubisoft games,
yeah.
Honestly. Like Far Cry and Ghost Recon Wildlands, stuff like that.
Oh, he's gonna kill me. He's like here.
That's my boy. If you remember, say it. Visitors to the characters have been redesigned. Apparently. Oh, there. Yep. Although they still look very similar to what they were.
Yeah.
That's
They
cool.
usually just kind of update the way their armor looks.
How
and
many
stuff.
fucking characters are there in this
lot.
one? Well, I know the Dinosaurs always has a lot. But
I
I think it's
like
like
over
over
90.
90?
I think that's what it said.
Fuck. Damn, what's up, Chang Pu? This is gonna be so dope. Manchong. I love that name. That guy looks pretty cool.
Oh, cool weapon.
New action system. Fuck Lubu. I said it. Fuck Lubu. And his fucking pigtails. Hate Lubu. Certain points trigger attacks. Huh. That's cool, making the combat more involved.
I know that guy.
Man, everybody's doing the comebacks big, man. Fucking Nintendo, fucking Dynasty Warriors, Square. EA should fucking start following suit.
I agree, but
I got a video I want to make about that. I'm so pissed at EA. Cool.
yeah. Oh, that's cool too.
Dude, this needs at least co-op, like 2 people.
Material collection.
That's cool. This is more involved, which is just more reason to play the fucking game.
It was already really easy to sink like days into Dynasty Warriors anyways.
Just hitting shit, getting loot.
Yeah. Trying to get like the optimal like
What?
weapon. Yeah. That's,
Decorate your fucking house?
that's really cool.
This looks fucking cool, dude. Ooh, song, King of the Street. Completely relevant to Dynasty Warriors. Song's called Riding in My Cadillac.
You have to remind me to send this video to Chris.
Fucking tweet it to him.
Yeah.
I believe that is it. It's very dramatic music. Dynasty Warriors 9. What do we think?
It's actually a lot more than I was expecting from it, to be honest. I hadn't been like keeping a very close eye on it because I already was like, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah. That and EDF, both when those were announced, I was like, I'm buying those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, show me if you want, but I'm going to buy it.
yeah, I mean the whole base reason to buy either of those games, that part isn't changing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
As long as the core concept of the gameplay does not change, I'll buy the fucking game.
oh, exactly. And I was especially, I guess, impressed with like I kind of brought up earlier, you could already sink a lot of time into just farming weapons in Dynasty Warriors 8, for example. And now it has, the little skill tree system in it, material gathering, building your own base, and
Gems.
stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just more stuff. Oh, and the horse training. I mean, that's just more stuff to do. It's
Yeah, they've
crazy.
added like progression and systems to keep you invested in a game that, like you said, is already really easy to play. And the thing that's kind of cool about Dynasty Warriors is, even though they are games that you just kind of walk through and hit things and get stuff for it, which is fine. Those kind of games I really enjoy for, like, when I just kind of want to idly play a game and I can sink a bunch of time into it. I don't have to really think about, sometimes I want to play a game that's really deep and I want to really be paying attention. And then other times I want to play a game like Dynasty Warriors where I'm just fucking killing shit. But it's cool because they've created new combo systems, which makes it more interesting, which I'm really happy with. Because even if they added like one extra thing to the combat, would make it more interesting. And it seems like they've added quite a bit. So
Yeah.
and plus 90 some characters, that's a shitload. That's a big ass roster.
Yeah, I couldn't even keep up with the older games.
Well, I know like one of the last recent ones had 70, which I thought was insane.
No, it was ridiculous.
That's a huge roster for anything.
And I mean, I
A
barely
MOBA doesn't matter.
tapped into any of that, so
Yeah.
I kind of just fall into the characters I always play, unless like in some case, I think in Dynasty Warriors 7, my main at the time felt different, so I moved on to someone else, and I played them in 8 as well. But yeah,
Oh, fucking Arrow Eye Patch guy. That's my dude. And always shows him.
yeah, I used to play the Prince character. I never. There's too many characters to remember names, anyways. But except for like obviously like Lubu is kind of a hard one to forget.
Sao.
Sao.
I know that one.
But yeah, I used the Prince guy who dual wielded for a long time, and then he kind of felt funny, and I think it was in 7, so I ended up using the guy who uses the katana, and I ended up really liking him, and he felt even better in 8. So
He's a huge katana, right?
huge.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Seems to be a thing. Yeah, but overall, the game looks awesome. If it's coming out next month, which I wasn't paying attention enough to see if it said that or not.
I missed that part.
I'm excited for it. I know you are definitely going to be picking up probably first day. I'm not excited for it. Let us know in the comments what you think about Dynasty Warriors. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Do you not see the point in playing these fucking games? Do you love them? Are you going to be picking this up? What are you going to be picking it up on? And who is your favorite Dynasty Warrior out of all fucking 90 of them, or 70 in the prior ones? Let us know. February 8th. Fuck, that's coming up. That's like right after Monster Hunter and fucking Dragon Ball Fighters and goddamn that one medieval game that I'm curious about. I'm going to be picking that up. Okay. Next video we're watching is what is Lost Ark? Lost Ark. I'm not going to try and answer that question, so I guess we'll just fucking watch it, right?
Yeah.
You got nothing to say about it? All right.
It's a game.
It's a game. Boy, Ark's Gaming expanding from the Monster Hunter stuff, like us.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Talking about other things.
Here, and welcome back to another video. Today, I wanted to introduce you guys to a new game. A game that I've been following closely since last year.
I already
Some
like
of you
this
may have
style.
heard of this already,
Me too.
but I'd be willing to bet a large portion of you probably haven't. If you were in the most anticipated games discussion stream we did a few weeks back, or you saw the video on the channel afterwards, then you may have got your first glimpse.
That was very
of
like
this.
Final
But the game
Fantasy-esque.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about is called Lost
Very
Ark.
Asian
What
fantasy.
is Lost Ark, you ask?
Ooh.
Well, in short, it is an MMORPG that combines the action-oriented gameplay typically found in games like Diablo or other
Dope.
similar action RPGs,
Dude, those
with the
animations.
sense of discovery, immersion, and progression typically associated with MMORPGs.
Really?
The game features a combination of both open-world environments and also
I love the way the game
infinite
looks.
cinematic dungeons.
I do
If any of you
too.
ever played or heard of a game called Vindictus, then that's a good place to draw comparisons from. Essentially, the open MMO aspect of the game
Vindictus.
gives you the freedom to explore the world and see other players. Meanwhile, the more focused activities are where
The
much of the action
animations
takes
are so
place
good.
and are reserved for you and your team. Lost Ark allows players to explore the map on their own ship, discover unique islands along the way, and even conquer and manage these islands.
Okay,
however you
hype.
fit.
I'm
Multiple
hyped for
classes
this.
to choose from, each of whom offer drastically different gameplay styles, an in-depth skill system.
I like
and
that big ass sword that guy had that was like transforming.
Against other players, there really is no shortage of stuff to do in this game. So if any of that has piqued your interest,
That is so
and you're
cool
sitting there
looking.
thinking, how did this game slip past my radar? Why have I never heard of this before? Well, the kicker is that this game is currently only available in Korea, and it's
course.
not even out yet. It's
The
still
fucking
in
mech?
beta. The most recent closed beta test wrapped up a little while ago, and now players are just waiting to hear more. There's been no indication as to whether the studio have plans to release this game outside of Korea.
Fuck
so
you.
it's
Bring it
entirely
out.
possible
I'm about to
we
go
may
download
never
it anyways.
get This game. But since first hearing about
Yeah.
it has very quickly jumped way up my most anticipated list, and I just can't let it go.
Holy shit.
So,
This game looks so
that being
fucking
said, I
cool.
thought we'd take a deeper dive in this video and really explore what this game has to offer, and ultimately answer the question, what is Lost Ark? If you do enjoy this video, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to hit the comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Have any of you heard of this game before? And if not,
I've
is
heard
this
of it,
something
but I've never
now
seen it.
that you've heard more about it? Let me know. Also, it should go without saying that a game of this type has a great degree of depth to it. So for the purposes
I
of
hope
this
so.
video, I'm going to go over the high-level points, the main pillars, if you will, to try and give you guys a broad understanding of exactly what there is to do. But if there's enough interest, then I may consider diving a little deeper into select topics at some point in the future. That's up to you guys. Anyway, let's start at the top and begin by setting the scene and speaking a little bit about the story.
This strip looks like a
Basic
fucking
premise is
Diablo
that the
killer,
entire
man.
world is in chaos, following an attack from Kazaros' demon army. Kazaros opens the Chaos Gate with his 6 legions, and they invade the human world, wreaking havoc and laying waste to anything that crosses their path. A legend long ago spoke of an ark that was used to defeat the demons. However, in light of the chaos and destruction, that legend has long been forgotten. Until now. As the player, you must explore the vast world, gather the pieces of the Lost Ark, and use it to stand up to the demons. The story is then told through a series of chapters, and you'll meet characters along the way, but as the basic plot goes, that is ultimately what drives you. So, now you know the backstory, let's first talk about
Super cinematic for a
classes
fucking
that you
Diablo
need to
looking
be
game. It's
released
crazy.
to embark on your adventure. Now, there are going to be a grand
Yeah, it's
total
got
of 18 different classes to choose from. Currently, we only have gameplay of 10 of those, but the
18
additional
classes.
will gradually roll out in the upcoming closed beta
There's a lot of
test.
like graphical stuff
I'll
here
link to the
I'm
video
not
down below if you
expecting
guys
from
wanna
these
take
kind of
the
games.
time
Either.
to
Yeah.
look at any of the individual
Well, because the
classes.
standard's been fucking set and
But
hasn't really
as a
evolved
brief
that far.
overview, They fall within 6 different categories: warrior, mage, fighter, gunner, assassin, and specialist. Your warrior classes are the warlord, a melee short-range tank and DPS who wields
That
a
is
shield
cool.
and a lance rifle, or if you guys play Monster Hunter, It's essentially a gun lance. He has high armor, specializes in control.
I've never heard of Monster Hunter.
Utilizes various crowd control skills and short range attacks to deal with the enemies. The Berserker is another melee DPS, this time wielding a massive greatsword. This class has heavy AoE attacks, and the class works around a rage system, allowing you to go into a frenzied mode.
That's fucking cool. Okay, I want to play this game.
And then finally, for the Warriors, you have the Destroyer, and actually one of my favorite classes from what we've seen so far. It's another melee-focused DPS, but this time he wields a giant hammer and is capable of shattering enemy shields and dishing out some devastating damage.
The effect's fucking dope. You see the claws in the ground too? Pop up.
Smash the enemies into pieces.
Oh, this is just so much eye candy.
This game's flashy as fuck.
A melee DPS who uses fist weapons and takes advantage of speed and powerful combos to kill enemies. Her attacks also carry elemental effects, and most of her damage is dealt when the elemental gauge is full.
Damn, son.
Oh, that's so cool.
You also have the Infighter, another melee DPS using fist weapons, but this class has much higher damage melee attacks with longer cast times when compared to the Battle Master, and this class, in a very similar way to how the Demon Hunter works in Diablo 3, uses a dual resource system for her attacks. The third one of the fighters we haven't seen yet, so that is of course something we'll have to look forward to, but that is the Keymaster. So moving over to the mages, we have
They have a Keyblade
a ranged DPS
with
and
big
healer
round ears.
And can support the team with a wide array of buffs, debuffs, and healing skills.
Cool.
She can slow enemy movement, increase party damage, and just in general provide some great support options for
I'm not sure I've really seen
activities.
a bard type class in a game of this style.
No. This game is definitely marrying MMOs and Diablo style games.
This class has fast-paced combat and roulette style skills, and depending on which card
Goddamn
you select,
Avatar.
Gambler.
your attacks will have
Oh, the grass looks good.
Oh my god, I love the effects in this game.
Lastly, for the mages, you also have the Summoner, another ranged DPS, this time wielding a staff, and as I'm sure you can guess, this class summons creatures and ancient spirits to fight by your side.
Cool. That's dope looking.
After that, you have the Gunners. First up, Devil Hunter, another ranged DPS wielding a variety
Devil
of
Joe.
pistols to shotguns to rifles. This class can quickly swap between the
That's
three
fucking
weapon
cool.
stances, each providing their own unique skills. Pistols are for quick attacks, shotguns for short-range burst skills, and the rifle for long-range, powerful attacks.
What the fuck is this?
I'm glad I'm finding out about this now that it's this far along and already like out over there.
A blaster,
So I would hate to wait for this for too long.
weapon capable of dishing out some
Goddamn
serious
minigun and
damage.
flamethrower.
And the third class we haven't seen yet under this category, and that is the Hawkeye. The other two class types
Hawkeye?
are also a mystery
Is
at
that
the
what you
stage,
said?
but the
I think so.
assassins
Hawkeye.
have a Shaman King, a pirate, and a
Damn, son.
Meanwhile, the specialists have astrologers, musicians, and alchemists. So there's still a lot to find out, but at least now
The
you
guns
can
are fucking
see some of the
huge.
options that are
Like
being
all the shit they do.
With regards to the skills, speaking more broadly, each character can equip a total of 8 active skills at a time. These can be swapped out as needed, again in a very similar fashion to Diablo 3.
Builds.
But there's also what is known as a tripod system, where each active skill can be customized to have completely unique effects according to your playstyle. That is sort of like Diablo 3's rune system.
That's what it
but
sounds like.
It's a little more complex. There are 3 tiers of
Good.
customization, each branching off one another to create dozens of possible effects for the same skill. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to play with here. Also, while we're talking about skills, it seems like an appropriate time to mention life skills. See, when you level up in Lost Ark, you do so in 2 ways: battle levels and life levels. Battle levels come from general gameplay, killing enemies, completing quests, the like. Meanwhile, life levels come from life skills, like gathering resources, fishing, drinking games, card battles, etc. There will be
God
skill
damn
gaps
it.
later on, but
Hey,
for
buddy,
now,
wanna help me
those
chop
are
this
a
tree
few
down?
examples. So in true MMO
wanna play
fashion,
this.
If you wanted to pass some time and do something a little less combat intensive, you could go off and keep yourself
Yeah, this is
busy,
bad
fishing,
for me.
gathering,
Yeah.
things like that, and still benefit from it in the process.
This is like literally made for us.
Now, that's a fair bit already on classes and skills, so let's dial it back a bit and talk about some of the activities. I mentioned that this game has raids and dungeons, so let's start there. One of the coolest things I've seen in a while are these things called cinematic dungeons. These are typically found in secret locations throughout the world, but these offer large-scale, unique experiences. You'll need to work together as a team as you progress through the dungeon, and they genuinely do focus more heavily on teamwork than
That is
some of the
fucking
other
cool.
activities. But you'll
All the shit's
work your way
happening.
through these levels, or these vast dungeons, often being chased by the boss in a very sort of cinematic nature. It'll destroy sections of the environment, force you to work together to advance, and as with any good dungeon, it'll ultimately culminate in a final battle, and then some sweet loot. You also have raids, and one of the really interesting ones are these things called Guardian raids, which actually sounds a lot like Monster Hunter quests. You'll load into this area, and you'll have a timer, usually around 20 minutes. The creature you need to kill, or the Guardian, doesn't always spawn in a fixed place like your typical MMO boss.
Weird.
So you have
It
to
is
scout the
Monster
area
Hunter.
to find it, much like hunting down a monster in Monster Hunter, and you then have to slay the beast. Being raid bosses, they are much harder than your average dungeon boss, but this also means the rewards they dish out are
That reminds me of
better.
Vindictus.
Yeah.
However, on top of that, there's also a whole lot of stuff you can do in the open world as well. Sometimes whilst roaming around, these chaos gates, the ones that I mentioned from the story, they will open up, and hordes of demons can come streaming out. Players near the gates then get alerted to this, and they are then able to get involved in open world events. There are also open world bosses, which require players to work together and take advantage of the environment and surrounding items to defeat. There are also huge-scale open-world battlefields where you can go to earn guild points, PvE arenas for taking on elite monsters, and a ton more stuff too. I already mentioned that you can discover
Damn.
islands whilst exploring and control these yourself, so whether you want to explore the open lands or focus on the more hardcore instance
Or you can kick him, yeah.
Again, there is a ton of stuff to do.
Why would you do
And
that?
more stuff with every test
Get
too.
the
So
fuck
quite
down.
How much stuff there will be in the final game once it's done, we really don't know. Of course, for those of you with a competitive edge, you can point your attention to the Colosseum. This is arena-based PvP for either 1v1 or 3v3. It supports matchmaking, and there are also various battle types too. Now, I could honestly go on for hours talking about some of the finer details of the game. There are different types of quests, dungeons, other activities, there are mini-games you can play, additional life skills due to be added, there's guild support, and more. But I think for the time being, that's a pretty good opener to show you guys a little bit of what Lost Ark has to offer. I'm really keen to hear what you guys have to say now that you've seen and learned more about it. It is for sure a game that I'll be keeping a close eye on, and if you would be keen to hear more and learn a little bit more about some of the different aspects, then definitely let me know. If there's enough interest, or perhaps just when more information becomes available, I may follow up on this and start talking in more detail about some of the
Damn.
of the game. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time.
Thank
Peace out.
you very much.
Better come to the States.
That better come to the States for sure. That's fucking upping the bar. That's upping the bar of what to expect in a Diablo type game. Because the core thing that keeps you playing those type of games is the loot and the builds and the combat. But in that, they don't really have to do much more. I'd always like them to do much more, but they typically don't have to. And in that, there's so much more that I would not expect from somebody to put in a game like that they just did.
Yeah.
I mean, that had so much going on in it. My only concern with that game is I'm assuming since it's Korean that it's free to play. So I'm wondering what the model is like.
I imagine it'd be cosmetics. They usually do
Sure.
with Korean MMOs.
I'm always, skeptical on a game before it releases on how they're going to do free to play because there's so many different ways people do it. I've played so many different free to play games that all, there's games like Warframe, of course, and Path of Exile, which are perfect examples of like the best you could do. And then there's, a bunch of shit games out there that kind of push you to want to buy things to level quicker because the leveling's slow or the experience gain is slow or like you're not getting the loot or the items that you want. So
Right.
you pay for things to increase the chance. And so small things like that I would hate to see ruin a game that looks that fucking cool. That's just me talking. I have no reason to believe that for this game. Just saying.
Right.
But yeah, visually that game's fucking gorgeous looking.
Oh yeah, no, that was a very, very pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have watched that.
Yeah. No, that was the thing. I was like, I saw pictures. I'm like, oh, it looks kind of cool. And then seeing it in action, I'm like, well, fuck, dude. I'm glad we actually watched that because
Yeah.
I had no idea that was coming out. Yeah. Anything else you want to say on that? I feel like we kind of covered a lot of it while we were watching it.
I'm gonna try to figure out if I can download the Korean version and try it out. To be honest.
Yeah, let me know if you do because I'd really like to try it too. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about Lost Ark? Have you heard of it before? Are you anticipating it? Not really into these kind of games. This is the first time you saw it as well. Are you excited for it? What do you think the free-to-play model, if it is free-to-play, will be like, or if it's even coming here at all? Let us know. And last video, good kind of segue in a game that was talking about Monster Hunter already is the Monster Hunter World well, there's a fucking leak that was leaked a while ago, and it's been confirmed. Kirin is actually in the game apparently. So we're gonna be watching a video on the evil unicorn. It's in the game. This is a really short video. Also, Arx Gaming.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm down. We barely watched this guy. Okay, let's go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back
Hello.
to another Monster Hunter World video. Just a super quick one today, but I wanted to
Just show me the fucking
something rather interesting that actually cropped up in a Japanese TV commercial for Monster Hunter World. If you take a super quick look at this, apologies the quality isn't great, but it was recorded off screen. I've left a link to the original video in the description box down below. However, if we pause just here, this, my friends, is Kirin.
Majestic.
Now, for those of you new to the series,
That's
jumping in
scary
the world and
looking.
have no idea what Kirin is, this is what Kirin looks like. Bear in mind, these images are taken from previous games, since Kirin is a returning monster, so the world render will likely have some improvements, but it is essentially a unicorn. However, don't let the appearance fool you. Kirin is
Especially that
also
tail.
an elder dragon, and it dishes out some pretty devastating thunder attacks. Obviously, during the very short gameplay snippets, we only get a super quick look. The hunters are taking it on
Of
in
him
the
getting
Coral
fucked.
Highlands in what looks to be
Bop!
the highest
The fucking
point,
Gauss
which is
rifle.
where Legiana patrols. So it's going to be interesting to see fights between Kirin and other monsters, or even other Elder Dragons, assuming they show up in this map too, given that we've already seen Kushala and Teostra fighting, as well as Teostra and Nogigante fighting.
which we didn't react to.
On Kirin for you.
What?
Its main element
They're hugging.
is, as mentioned,
I know.
thunder. It has
We
a
watched the video though.
long,
Not,
sharp, but
not
also
one of
incredibly
us
fragile
said anything
horn.
about it. I know we all
Wow,
saw
yeah.
it. Not one of us said anything. That was fucking weird.
Opposites. Kirin have incredibly tough hides.
Oh, it's
due
cute
to
there. Looks kinda
cutting-edge
cute.
fur, and it
New one's
essentially creates
scary.
a flexible armor for the monster that is typically beyond the sharpness of most weapons, meaning most of your attacks would bounce off if you attack the body. As such, when fighting it, your efforts are predominantly focused on the head, since the horn is the most fragile and it's where you can attack without bouncing, plus where you can deal the most damage. Kirin are also incredibly fast, making them a pain to chase down with heavier weapons at times, and being an Elder Dragon, it is once again immune to any sort of shock or pitfall traps, so slowing it down can have its difficulties. Of course, in
Elder
previous
fucking
Monster
laser
Hunter
gun.
games, when things got hectic or when it got angry, you could just leave the area to cool off, but given the open nature of
Calling it a
Monster Hunter World's
dragon's a bit of a
maps,
stretch.
I am genuinely so excited
an Elder
to see
Dragon.
how Kirin plays
Nitpicking.
out in this new format. I mean, you don't exactly
And if you look at its face, it's definitely not a horse.
Angry,
It's just shaped like one.
that's going to be fun. As you can see from the clip, it can also fire out beams of lightning, so the monster can be pretty lethal, both up close
Have we seen
and from a
Puff Bat?
distance. What's more exciting,
It's not an
however,
Elder Dragon, but
is that
fucking-
in a recent Japanese
thing's
interview, it was
goddamn
said that Kushala and Teostra, two returning Elder Dragons, have
Puffy.
seen some redesigns in World.
It's one of
and
those
they have
beanbag
been
chairs.
moved. So, I'm super excited to see if that too applies to Kirin. I imagine it will, so that
And
will
how.
mean...
I'm reacting. I saw it. I'm telling you guys. I saw it.
However you want to say it.
It's been seen.
Now,
It's
going
fucking
through the
awesome.
designs, to give you guys something to look at, this is what the Kirin armor used to look like for male and female hunters. This is
We'll
the
talk
Blade
about
Master
this.
Armor, and given that gunner armor doesn't exist in World, then this is the only one that's likely relevant. I'm unsure whether the design will be the same in World. It could be the same, or similar, with some updates, or they could have done a complete redesign and made some changes. Only time will
I want a
tell.
redesign.
But for those of you new to the series, this is what the armor used to look like for this monster. There were also a couple of other cool segments in the commercial. There's another quick scene of Uragan in the volcano map, and also a cool scene of a hunter walking towards a load of other hunters in the gathering hall. Once the trailer drops on
All this
YouTube, we're
fucking
going to take a
cheer.
close look at it and see if there are any other armor sets shown there.
Damn, Pterodactyl's
For the time
pissed.
being, that's pretty much it. Just a super quick video, but that is another monster to add to the list. If you guys
All
want
of
to know,
them.
we currently sit on the list of officially announced monsters. That I'll link
That one in
my
the
video
fur
down
coat
below.
was scary,
In the
though. It was just
meantime, if you did
eyes
enjoy this,
inside
then a like
there.
would be super
It's fucking-
appreciated. Just comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.
I think
Until
it's dope
next
as
time,
fuck,
peace
and I'm
out.
glad to see, even though all the leaks have been true so far, every single fucking one of them. I'm glad to see things returning. And yeah, what did you think?
I am glad to see that they are making sure that there's going to be an expansive amount of stuff to fight.
Shitloads.
Right out the gate, which is great. And they've already stated lots of free monster updates are going to be coming out as well. So there'll be plenty more down the road as well. So as far as this fight goes, it's hard to go off of like a third of a second blip of the thing, but
Yeah.
it was cool to see it like blast across the screen. That was really neat.
Well, it's funny because it's like I said, a blip, but like visually, even though it's grainy, looks cool. I I think they did a good job on like the earlier version, essentially being a concept, but in the higher detailed HD version, it looks a lot more menacing in my opinion.
Yeah.
The thing I want to talk about though specifically is the armors from Kirin. That's what they look like, and what I'd like to see is a redesigned version that still has a lot of elements from the original design, because I know some people have asked me if I would want them to change it or not. And I would, only because it looks like they're wearing bell bottoms, which I'm not into. Looks like they're going to a fucking costume party. And the dude's outfit looks like he's wearing like a party hat and a weird mask. And like it's creepy too that he's just got like Kirin's fucking head on his fucking head like that. I don't know. So I'd like to see something else done, but something that still pays homage to the original.
Yeah. I give him props for the equal belly treatment, though. That's nice to see.
Well, and almost the thighs. It looks like that guy's fucking pants are ripping open.
Well, I was just saying, I'm just glad to see that they both don't care about protecting the midriff and not just one. So
that Kirin's not that big. Fucking, you gotta use.
Yeah, use
what
what
you
you
got,
get, yeah.
to fucking cover the tasty bits.
The female one comes off almost like summoner armor to me from Final Fantasy. So obviously a little more scantily clad, but
she's only using the fucking horn as like a decorative like headband thing. That dude straight up cut that fucking monster's face off and put it on his face with a party hat. Looks like he's going to a fucking.
it just shows where their priorities were, man.
Looks like he's dressed up for some kid's party.
She saw the horn, wanted the horn.
She's looking fashionable.
He's basically going, I have to dress like this. I'm going to hide my face.
Looks like he's going to a fucking disco party. And he's hiding his face because he's going to fucking goddamn Stanley Kubrick, fucking Eyes Wide Shut, some bullshit. I'm losing track of where I'm going with this. Anyway, yeah, it's cool. Mm-hmm. Saw some other cool stuff in the video as well, but Kirin confirmed. Everybody knew it was coming. And yeah, I'm excited. It's coming out soon. Also worth mentioning too, and I'm already looking into it, but online you can't get them, so I'm not very happy about that. The PS4 Pros that were in Japan, that were like the Monster Hunter exclusives. They had like their own design on them. The controller's red, looks dope as shit. Was just announced that those are coming out here, like not that far ahead of the game's release. I think it's crazy that they announced it this late.
The announcement is super late, but
I can't even think of a time that people have fucking done that.
I did see that they did say that it would be the same day as the game. So,
yeah. But that's been announced, and I'm literally trying to get one. So I tried to get online, and it's like, well, we don't have these. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna try and call tomorrow. But yeah, really excited about that. I've been wanting to get a PS4 Pro for a while anyway. So I mean, this is kind of the push I need, because it looks fucking awesome. I'd really like to have that. Any interest in it? Does it look cool? Have you seen it?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rush out to get it though. So.
Well, then you're not going to get it in general because it's going to be gone.
Wow.
But yeah, it comes with the game. It's bundled in there, of course. So fucking, I'm getting the game anyway. So it'd be just cool to get it with a dope-ass Monster Hunter themed PS4. So wish me luck, guys. Let me know in the comments as well what you think about Kirin being in the game. What do you think about the outfit? Do you want them to keep it the exact same, just obviously better looking? Or do you want them to change it up a bit or be completely different? Are you interested in getting that PS4 Pro Monster Hunter Edition? It looks awesome. If you have not seen it, hopefully I will put up a thing to show it off. But yeah, I think that's going to do for this episode of TLG Reacts. As always, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
Until next episode, which will be this Friday, Tastecast episode, wherever the hell. Have a good week, guys, and take it easy. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider hitting the like button. We'd really appreciate it. And if you want more weekly content, hit the subscribe button. You can always find us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter at Tasty Loot Gaming. And as always, thanks for watching.